Hi everyone, it's Rachel here at Clarty Hands Crafts, and today I am going to be showing you how to make a flip up, flip out pocket to go in your junk journal. This is a versatile interactive element that provides lots of opportunity for embellishments and for creating space, and all you will need to get started is an A4 piece of paper. Your paper needs to be folded in half twice, first widthways and then lengthways. All creases need to be burnished well to make sure that the piece falls into position naturally when you open and close it. The more accurately you fold, the neater the end product will look, so you can choose which kind of finish that you prefer. Next, open the sheet of paper out and cut down one of the longer fold lines towards the centre of the folded cross in the middle. Try and keep this line straight to make sure that everything will fold together neatly. You can use a paper trimmer if you want to get it more perfect. And now you will be able to fold each quadrant away in a clockwise order. That top left segment is the one that will act as the front cover, if you like. It uses gravity to hold all of the other bits in place, so you won't need a closure for this. You can add one if you prefer. Now we're going to create one of the two pockets featured in this make. The top right segment is going to be glued onto the bottom right segment on two edges. Apply a thin line of glue in from the fold line and another one along the bottom edge. Press the top flap onto the bottom and you'll be left with a side-loading pocket. Now I am bringing in the journal page that I want to attach this piece to. Decide on the position that you want and make sure it will open out correctly before you glue it down. We've all been stung with that, haven't we? This is where the second pocket comes in. I glued the ephemera into place by gluing along the bottom and the side edges only, creating a top-loading pocket behind it. I left a larger gap above the piece to make sure that there was room for a tag to poke out at the top. It's a good idea to weigh down the glued edges while they dry, as it can bounce its way out of position quite easily. Now for the fun part, it's time to decorate. Oh, before I forget, my mum's been telling me off because I keep forgetting to ask people to subscribe to my videos. I'm edging closer to the 1,000 subscriber threshold and I am excited to hit that mark. So if you could help me, it would be very much appreciated. And thank you so much to my returning viewers for getting me this far. I think I made this large cluster in another video previously, and it just happened to be the perfect size for the front cover of this pocket thing. So I glued it straight down. I had this leftover lined paper design from my own digital kit, and my idea was to use it to create some journaling space inside the flip out. I cut two pieces from it in the size that I needed, and then inked the edges and glued them down. An A4 page folds down to make a perfect pocket size for old-fashioned photos like this one. I was then left with two uncovered pages, so I covered those with more decorative papers, well, slightly more decorative anyway, thinking that they can be used as a background behind photographs or any ephemera that can be stuck down to the page. I always like to leave plenty of space in my journals where the user can add their own creative touches if they want to. An easy way to do this is to add coordinating backing panels like this, which won't overwhelm any of the user's own additions. I used this jazzy old tag as a template for making a plain ivory tag to go in the back pocket. I wanted it to be the same width as the colourful tag but a good bit longer. I find cutting around a template a lot quicker than trying to measure out and cut symmetrical angles all the time. I also use it to find the correct placement for the punched hole for the string. It was from watching Tina at Shabby Dabby Doodah that I learned that I had in fact been making things a lot harder for myself than they needed to be, and it seems quite obvious now that I've realised it. Instead of letting the ends poke out from the top of the journal, I tied them in a neat bow. Whether it will stay that way is another matter, and I probably should have added a dot of glue to hold it in. I've kept the inside quite plain, but I'm sure you will come up with lots of great ideas for decorating the insides. Of course, you could use different sized and shaped papers to make these, and you can play around with the placement to get different effects. Turning it on its side would make a landscape pocket, and I'm sure you could change it up by moving the glue placement or the cut line that you start with. I hope you liked this tutorial today, and I shall see you again next time for another one. Goodbye!